Are you wondering which is the fastest way to transport items in Minecraft? Then this is the video for you. Watch right until the end and I'll tell you which is the fastest way to transport items in Minecraft. It's right behind that box. Hello fellow school-going gamers, my name is Vardhan and let's look at some of the best ways to transport items in Minecraft. First I'll go over all of them and then I'll just tell you what they are. Then we're gonna do a speed comparison. Then I'll just tell you the times and speed per second, and then I'll just tell you what are the pros and cons, and I'll tell you what is best for what. So watch right until the end and you'll know everything about item transportation in Minecraft. First we have hoppers, then I have blue ice with water, and ice with water, so these are basically water streams, and then we have droppers, and then we have minecart, and at the last we have the mysterious item. But I won't tell you what that is right now. You have to watch right until the end. So let's quickly do a speed comparison. So I have a 100-meter strip over here, and I have this line that would quickly activate all of this. As soon as that lamp up there, right up there, can you see it? That activates, all of the items will be left, and they will all just quickly come here. I have also activated this clock, which I forgot to do in the past test, and that didn't turn out very well. But yeah. Just comment what you think is the fastest way or the fastest thing you expect. But ready? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Lamp lights up. Let's see which one comes here the first. Let's see. And the winner is blue ice. Then we have normal ice. Then we just have droppers just behind there. And then we have minecart with chest. And then we'll just quickly wait for hoppers to come here. But there's always a very slight difference between blue ice and packed ice, which I found in my testing, that blue ice is always a little bit faster than packed ice. But yeah, droppers are also really close. This is just a dropper with a 4-torch 1-hour clock, and then most of these rails are powered here. I mean, actually all of them. And we have the hoppers finally reach. So yeah, that's just a quick speed comparison. And the hoppers take this much time and this much time per second. Packed ice time per second. I mean, item per second, time, dropper time. And then we have minecart time right on your screen right now. So yeah, now you know how much time each of them takes to move one batch of items. Now let's actually talk about some of the parameters and their pros and cons. So I here have 4 categories which are usually the most used categories. First of all of them is speed. Now the fastest thing among all of these is of course the ice and water streams. So yeah, they win a point for this. But they do cause some lag over large distances compared to all of the other ones. Now this one causes a lot of lag. So for speed, this one wins. But for lag, this one is really bad. The dropper ones literally lag out my whole game. And this one is quite good. The rails are quite good. And the hoppers are also quite good. Once you put some droppers on top of it, they don't cause they cause minimal lag. So it's not really important. Then the third category we have is item moving capacity. The hoppers can only move 1 item per second. The water streams can move as many items that you put in them per second. The droppers can also move 1 item per second, but they're quite fast. So, but I think that's just not a good way to transport items really. And the minecart can move 27 stacks of items per trip. So the minecart with chest moves the category for item moving capacity. And also it wins the title for item per time category. But the problem is, you can only load so many items into a minecart chest. So in terms, like generally, if you're already transporting them into a chest, you should use minecart with chest. But for general uses, I would say the ice with water streams is the best way to move items. You can even just put it a water elevator and it would work just fine. Hoppers, I think just take too much time, and iron and droppers just cause too much lag. But now let's move on to the best way to transport items in Minecraft. But wait, before that, a quick pros and cons section. First of all, we have the hoppers. Pros are they take only 1 block. They are quite fast, cause less lag, and in terms of item moving capacity, they are quite good. Next we have the ice and water. The only problem they have is they cause a little bit of lag. It's not that too much, but they do cause some lag, and they also take up a lot of space. That's the cons. The pros are they're quite fast. They don't have a capacity or a cap that they can handle. But of course, the hopper at the end will have some capacity, some cap. So yeah, you have to decide as per that. But you can add as many hoppers you want, so that does not make much sense. Packed ice is basically the same as blue ice. It's just a very little bit slower, and it's much cheaper. It's 9 times cheaper because 9 of these make 1 of these. So yeah, decide as per that. But if you have abundance of these, use them. Does not matter much. But I would suggest using packed ice. The dropper ones, their pros and cons are, the cons outweigh the pros. The only pro is they are very fast. The cons are they cause a lot of lag. The item moving capacity isn't great, but they can move a lot of items per second. I mean, because you can just move one item next to each other. But yeah, so that's what the pros and cons are for this one. And the minecart with chest, there's no such con to it, but you have to use a lot of gold to make all these powered rails. But it is quite flexible, and just the input and output is quite difficult. But if you're having problems with that, I have a video about it in my Advent calendar series about unloaders and loaders of minecart chest. So yeah, you can watch that if you're having problems with that. But yeah, the minecart with chest is probably the easiest to take up, because if you just want to take it up, you can just do something like that and it works just fine. I just broke it. So straight up, the pros are speed, less lag, item moving capacity, and items per second. So it's good in all of them. And the only problem is it uses a lot of gold. But if you have a zombie pigment farm of any kind, you should not have problem. Now, when I break these blocks, I will reveal to you what is the best way to transport items in Minecraft. Boom, boom. Yes, it's llamas. Actually, llamas, because it's Swedish and they pronounce double L as here. So yeah, llamas are the best way to transport items in Minecraft, because you can make caravans with them. If you lead 1, 9 will follow you. So you have effectively 10 of them, and then you can lead as many of them as you want onto you. Now you might argue that you can put as many chests as you want in one spot, but then they will have collision, uni-collision, anti-collision momentum, and they would just not stay in one spot. So it's not practical, and it also causes a lot of lag because you have a lot of entities in one space. But llamas, you can just put so many of them, and if you have a strength 5 llama like this, it can carry up to 15 stacks of items in it, and if you pair 2 of them, it's just more than a chest. So I'll just quickly show you what that is. So let's quickly take a lead, and this is only for 10 llamas, and I'll just quickly multiply it by whatever amount I want to make sure that it's for 20, 30, 50, 60, 100, 300 llamas. Okay, ready? Wait, this is a much better angle, and let's 3, 2, 1, start. As you can see, they are all following me. They are making a caravan, and as soon as the first llama crosses 100 blocks, what I'll do is I'll just quickly stop the time, and I'll tell you and I'll prove to you that it is the fastest. Now actually you can think of it yourself, because you can have literally 1,000 llamas walking at that speed, and then you won't have any problems. And it's, I think, a lot of fun as well. And I have to agree that to find a strength 5 llama, it is quite difficult. But even if you have a strength 1, which can carry only 3 stacks of items, it's just not that difficult, bro. You can breed them up, and you can have a lot of them and transport items like that. Now, it has a lot of disadvantages, I will agree, but it is the fastest to transport items in Minecraft. Theoretically, you can transport infinite amount of items with this, because you can have infinite amount of them in one hand and leash them up. So yeah, that is the fastest way to transport items. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Llamas for life.